Welcome back to another video. I'm Jen Palco, and today is going to be rant number 2. I did a rant the other day where I just kind of spoke off the cuff about whatever I blurted out. I didn't have anything written down or any sort of topic that I wanted to talk about in particular. So that's kind of what I'm going to do today. I have a general idea of what I want to talk about, and this stems from actually a conversation I had the other night with a really good friend of mine. We were out to dinner and we got into this conversation about how superficial everything is and how we live our lives on a very superficial basis. Now, I'm sure I've covered this stuff in a lot of my videos, touched upon it, of course, but I'm going to kind of get into more of why people feel like they need to live in this life of almost like an edited version of their life and what that means about them. So the conversation I had with my friend, it was about pretty much how we were talking about YouTube, actually, because we were talking about my videos. She enjoys watching my videos, and I'm happy about that. So there's that. And we got into how people are attracted to the videos that are really like edited and where people are really like enthusiastic and really energetic in their videos, and there's kind of a fake quality to it. So it's not like really raw, unedited stuff. But that is what we're attracted to. That's what we like to watch. We like to see stuff that's very neatly done, I guess, and neatly cut, neatly edited. We don't want to see somebody who's fluttering around with their camera and they're like, saying a lot and looking around and all that kind of thing. Or they lose their train of thought in their words and there's like this awkward silence on camera. That usually gets edited out of videos. Not always, but it does pretty often. And it definitely got us talking about and moving into how I'm going to say because I'm not going to edit this, and which can be a little frightening too. But it got into actually yesterday, I think it was. I was editing a video. Well, I finished editing a video and I was playing it back. I watched it back and I noticed that halfway in there was a part I screwed up. Like on one of the edits, I screwed up. If you guys are wondering, it's my the video that's going out tomorrow, which is Monday. Oh, this video will come out later than that. But it's the video I did about 5 foundations of reality creation. So midway, you'll see that there's a little blunder in my editing, and I thought, oh, geez, do I have to go back? I have to go back and re-edit this and wait for it to render all over again on my computer and stuff like that. And I said, no, I'm not going to even bother, because really, what's the point? Probably half the people won't even see that part or something like that. And if they do, whatever. Like I'm human. We're all human. So what? It's I'm not going to wait for it because it takes time for your computer to render and all that stuff to re-edit it. It's a lot of work. So I figure, forget it. So it's like, why do we feel like everything has to be this edited version? And it got us talking into thinking also about like celebrities and like award shows that are really popular, and how a celebrity goes up on the microphone and my friend brought up a good point about this band or something went on in one of the recent award shows. I don't even watch them because I don't even know like what movies are out there. I'm really clueless. But the person was like, the band was like, women rule, and we were both laughing about it because it was so silly. It was like, well, women have always ruled, like, but it's like the new thing, women's movement and the Me Too movement. We started talking about that too, and how everybody's a victim, and not saying that that's not important, but a lot of people do it for because it's trendy and it is like the new up and coming thing. And then I mentioned how like hospitals or these big corporations give to a charity, but it's not giving to a charity from their heart. It's because they have a lot of money, and giving to a charity makes them look really, really good. Their reputation look really, really good. So there's always like an underlying meaning behind when a big corporation or even somebody who has a lot of money, celebrity, gives to somebody, a minority group, or even, certain like hockey games or something, or hospitals will have like a Pride Day or something like that. Do they really care about what they're giving to, or is it more that they're hopping on this trend because they know if they don't hop on this trend, then it's gonna make them look bad. Their face, the public mask that they wear as a corporation is going to look bad. And I also brought up the point, well, if you didn't have, pride being a big thing these days, or a Me Too movement, or women's movements, or, Black Lives Matters, or whatever it's called right now, then chances are you would not have these larger entities, larger corporations buying into the movement. I'm sure a huge hospital or something would not support Pride if it was not coming to fruition these days, if it was not the popular trendy thing right now, if it was still 20 years ago, they would probably not do it because they would fear that people would reject them and go against them. So to me, that says that, do they really care about this movement, or are they dishing out money, or they're doing it to make their reputation look better? So that is my 2 cents on it, and we had a very good conversation around it because it brought up a lot of things. You could apply it to, like I said, a large entity, or you could apply it deep down to just yourself, or just an individual. A YouTube video that is very, very scripted and edited, and I've done it too. I've actually noticed my videos where I'm talking about things that I'm a little less passionate about. I mean, everything I talk about, I'm definitely interested in, and I feel like I want to add, my intention is to give value out to the world and do it in a way where I can reach lots of people. And what I've found is stuff that I've really scripted out, or stuff that I've really put too much thought into, actually seems a little less authentic to me. And this is kind of like an experiment for myself too, because I've noticed I've actually had to edit those videos more. The more I've actually written stuff out and scripted it out, is the more I have to edit it, because it's less authentic. Okay, it's more coming from a place of ego, and less coming from just talking as a real person. I'll give you another example. I am in a Facebook group where we share our YouTube videos and stuff like that. And one girl just posted her very, very first video 2 days ago or 3 days ago. And she was very, very nervous to do it because always the fear, what will people think? And just this overwhelming anxiety. See, it's really hard to take that first step to put yourself out there into the world, even though it's behind camera. So there's less pressure. To me, there's less pressure than if I was in a room full of 200 people. I would be sweating and my fight or flight would kick in. But she put out this video, and her goal is to put out videos that are very raw, unedited each day, to show who she really is. So she's not going to edit anything out. She's not going to, all the ums and the blank, awkward silent stares and the dog barking in the background. Those are all going to be in the video. And I thought that was so cool. Actually, I watched the video. It was like a 30-minute video, and she went into a lot of stuff about just her struggles with depression and anxiety, and her relationship with her parents, and having an eating disorder, to being suicidal at one point. And it was really deep, raw, unedited stuff. And it resonated. It hit a nerve with me. It touched me in a way, and it touched a lot of people. There were a lot of comments around it. And this was a very unedited, crappy film. Not crappy, but it was just like her with sitting in front of a camera, and there was no, there were no fancy titles or things popping up and subscription buttons and arrows and stuff like that. But it touched a lot of people, and it resonated with a lot of people. And something she mentioned was, this is stuff that needs to be talked about, because oftentimes it's not talked about. And this is an issue where especially younger kids don't feel like they can share their problems or talk about stuff because we live in a society that is very scripted, that is very edited, that is very superficial, you know, and they feel like they can't talk to anybody about it or share their story to help other people and reach out. So what happens is often not a good outcome for the person, because they feel like somebody's going to bully them or somebody's going to criticize them and judge them. And you will always have that when you're going in the online world. You're always going to have judgment and criticism, and that is just how we are as humans. But on the other side of the spectrum, you're always going to have somebody who can benefit from it, and somebody who will really resonate with your story, and somebody who you can truly help. And by helping other people, in essence, you help yourself. You help yourself, heal yourself. And so I thought this was very, very cool and very, very brave of her to do, courageous, and I give her props for that. And so yeah, it's just, you know, it makes us think, how much do we really live our life on this superficial level up here, always scared of, well, you never know what somebody's going to say, or somebody's going to think of you, or somebody's going to... We can never truly be ourselves. And I know I mentioned this in a video a very long time ago about, not a very long time, like 2 months ago. So long ago, back in the day. But it was a video on, are you really being you? And how we are not 100% authentic to even the closest people around us. So it makes you think, how much are we truly being authentic, not just to other people, but to ourselves? And if we do have something that we need to share, we need to get out, or we need to seek help for, then that is so important. And it is so important to help yourself to remember that, you know, we live on this superficial level, right? Everybody lives their life on this level most of the time. But deep down, we know that everybody has stuff underlying. So that person who judges you or criticizes you, they may judge you or criticize you because they have something underlying going on. See, I believe that everybody has issues. Everybody has something that they struggle with or that they're dealing with. And it's very hard for them to face it. And oftentimes it will come out as judgment and blame on others. But deep down they're hurting. Deep down they're hurting. And, you know, so don't take everything at face value. And it's okay to watch videos that are very edited. I'm getting better with editing my videos, I feel. So they're going to be a little more, you know, neater. But I'm not going to stress over it. You know, if I make a mistake here and there, whatever. Sorry. Sorry, you see that I'm human. You know, we're all human. So that is it for today, guys. If you want to get more into it, please leave a comment below and let's talk about it. Let's chat about it. Let me know what you think. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, you could subscribe. I put out a daily video every morning, and I would appreciate and hope you all have a great day. So, peace.